Welcome back to Elite Rentals. I'm James Corwell. Today, we're looking at top 5 sailing yachts you won't believe you can rent. Subscribe for more yacht charter insights, link in the description. Let's get straight into it, starting with an accessible option that delivers a lot of space and comfort without losing the true sailing feel. At number 5, the Sunreef 80 Jenny. Built by Sunreef Yachts, this is a modern 24-metre sailing catamaran that brings super yacht volume into the entry luxury price bracket. Typical weekly rates start around $55,000 in low season and can reach about $80,000 in high season, plus expenses. She generally accommodates 10 guests in 5 cabins with a full professional crew. What makes Jenny special is the combination of stability, space, and quiet sailing. As a wide-beam catamaran, she's as much about comfort at anchor as she is about moving under sail. The flybridge is a proper outdoor lounge with 360-degree views, and the main deck salon opens to a vast aft terrace for shaded dining. Most first-time charterers don't realise how big the step up in livable space is when moving from a 24-metre monohull to a 24-metre catamaran. Day-to-day life simply feels easier. You can host a family group comfortably without anyone feeling cramped. Key features you'll appreciate: a large tender for getting ashore, plenty of water toys like paddleboards and snorkeling gear, and cushioned sun pads where you can relax while the crew trims sails. Sound travels differently on a cat. When the breeze fills, the ride is smooth and conversations continue without shouting. It's a small luxury, but it matters. From my experience, a detail worth noticing is the flexibility with layouts on these Sunreef 80s. Many have a master suite forward, with panoramic windows and steps down to a private foredeck area. If privacy is a priority, ask for that layout. Also, for Greece or the Western Med, consider shoulder season weeks in May, June, or September. You'll often get better availability, fewer crowds, and softer pricing compared to peak July, August. Why Jenny deserves a place on this list? She proves you don't need an ultra-luxury budget to enjoy a high-standard sailing experience. The value per square metre is excellent, and the lounging space rivals many larger motor yachts. Next on the list, we step up into a classic-looking vessel with real cinematic credentials. At number 4, Regina, a 56-metre schooner built by Prover Yachts. If the name sounds familiar, it's because Regina famously appeared in the James Bond film Skyfall. She's a genuine sailing yacht with the deck space of a small ship and the warm atmosphere of a classic, but she's built for modern comfort. Weekly rates are typically in the region of $85,000 to $95,000, plus expenses, depending on season and itinerary, which places her at the upper end of entry luxury, moving into mid-range value. Regina usually carries up to 12 guests in 6 cabins. The salon is inviting with rich wood finishes and plenty of natural light, ideal for evenings after a day under sail. Out on deck, you've got expansive lounging areas fore and aft, so it never feels crowded even with a full group. The crew handles the sail plan, so guests can watch the ropes and spars working without needing to do the heavy lifting. A practical tip: if you're considering Turkey or the Dodecanese Islands in Greece, Regina is a strong match. She tends to operate in this part of the Med, where there are historic harbours and protected anchorages that suit her dimensions. Booking a route with shorter hops is smart. Think Bodrum to Göcek with stops in quiet bays. The boat is large enough to be comfortable on longer stretches, but unlike racing yachts, she's not stiff and minimal. She's about elegant, unhurried cruising. In terms of toys, expect a good tender for shore runs, paddleboards, and snorkel sets. Often plus a selection of towables. Remember, on larger sailing yachts, the focus is usually on the sailing and the deck lifestyle rather than a garage overflowing with gadgets. You'll still have fun on the water, but the magic is often sunset sails and dinner on deck. Why Regina earns this slot? She brings big boat presence, a gentle sailing rhythm, and that "I can't believe I'm on this movie yacht" feeling at a price point that's attainable for special occasions. Now moving to one of the standout mid-range options with a serious sailing pedigree. At number 3, Barracuda Valetta, a 50-metre Perini Navi. Perini Navi is one of the most respected names in large sailing yachts, and Barracuda Valetta carries the brand's unmistakable DNA: clean decks, a sleek profile, and easy sail handling thanks to advanced systems. Her weekly rates typically fall around $185,000 to $200,000. Plus expenses depending on the season. She accommodates 10 guests in 5 cabins, and her deck layout is particularly guest-friendly. You've got a spacious aft cockpit for dining, wide side decks for moving about safely, and that classic raised pilot house salon with panoramic views. Perini-designed rigs and sailing systems are known for allowing big yachts to sail with minimal fuss. Guests can enjoy the experience without constant trimming or big teams on deck. A detail worth noticing is the unfolding transom platform. When at anchor, it becomes your swim base and launch pad for the tender. It feels like a private beach club. The crew sets up towels, you step straight into clear water, and everything is calm and organised. It's a small luxury that makes the day flow. If you're thinking about planning a charter, Elite Rentals can help you match a yacht like this to the right itinerary and season. The link is in the description. Barracuda Valletta's interior style is modern and understated, which suits guests who prefer clean lines and neutral tones. And when the wind pipes up, the boat shows her pedigree. She's participated in Perini regattas, and while a charter isn't a race, you can still feel the performance when the sails fill. A tip here: if you're keen on spirited sailing days, tell the captain during your preference planning. The crew can structure routes to take advantage of wind patterns and leave earlier on a breezy morning. Why? Barracuda Valetta sits comfortably at number 3. She delivers the Perini Navi experience. Safe, smooth, and elegant, without pushing into ultra-luxury pricing. For many groups, this is the sweet spot where capability, comfort, and prestige all intersect. At number 2, Hemisphere, a 44-metre sailing catamaran built by Pendennis. She's widely recognised as the world's largest luxury sailing catamaran, and she's a specialist choice for adventure cruising. Typical weekly rates start around $260,000 and reach approximately $280,000 in high season, plus expenses. She usually sleeps up to 12 guests in 5 cabins with a seasoned crew. What sets Hemisphere apart is her beam and stability. 2 hulls create enormous living areas and a level platform under sail. The salon is airy, the decks are sprawling, and there's enough room for different activity zones so guests can split between sun, shade, and action. Most notable, she's renowned for her diving setup. There's a dedicated dive area and equipment, and the crew is experienced with dive operations, making her a favourite for destinations like French Polynesia, the South Pacific, and the Caribbean. From my experience, a small tip here is to build the itinerary around dive sites first, then layer in the scenic anchorages. Boats like Hemisphere shine when every morning can be a reef, a wreck, or adrift. If you're new to diving, speak with the captain and your broker about certification timelines and whether a dedicated instructor is needed. Planning ahead ensures you get the most out of the boat's capabilities. In terms of toys, expect a powerful tender for dive drops, kayaks and paddleboards, and a variety of snorkel and towable gear. But the real differentiator is the crew's comfort with water sports and exploration. You're not just able to dive, you're chartering a platform designed around it. If your plans include a complex itinerary, multiple countries, ambitious off-the-beaten-track stops, Elite Rentals creates custom itineraries and coordinates permits and logistics with the captain. The link is in the description. Why Hemisphere earns the number 2 position? She's extraordinarily rare in size and purpose. If you want the space of a motor yacht with the serenity of sail and a serious focus on underwater experiences, this is the benchmark. At number 1, the legendary Maltese Falcon, 88 metres, built by Perini Navi. This is the yacht that redefined modern sailing super yachts with its revolutionary dyno rig, 3 freestanding rotating masts carrying a vast area of square sails. It's a technical masterpiece that turns setting sail into a near-silent, almost effortless operation. Weekly rates typically range from about $460,000 to $520,000 plus expenses depending on season and itinerary. Maltese Falcon accommodates 12 guests, usually in 6 cabins, and carries a large professional crew. The guest experience balances spectacle with comfort. Under sail, the yacht moves with authority and surprising quiet. On deck, there are multiple lounging zones, from the sheltered aft to more open sun areas. Inside, the salon and dining spaces are designed for entertaining. Think friends or family who want to gather in a setting that feels significant but not formal. 2 practical points most first-time charterers don't realise. First, on a yacht of this size, itinerary planning should start early. 9 to 12 months in advance is sensible for peak weeks. Second, the base rate does not include expenses. You'll have an advanced provisioning allowance, APA, for fuel, food and incidentals, typically around 25–35% of the base rate, plus local VAT where applicable. It's normal, but it's better to plan that alongside the rate from the beginning. A detail worth noticing. Maltese Falcon's pace under sail allows for comfortable passages between marquee Mediterranean ports without the engine noise you might associate with a motor yacht. There's also a strong water sports program. Expect a quality tender for shore transfers, sea bobs or similar water toys, and a well-drilled crew who'll set up the beach club efficiently. On calm nights, the team sometimes uses the sails as a projection surface. Ask the captain what's possible on your dates. For the route, in summer the yacht typically operates in the Western and Central Med. A well-balanced week might look like Monaco to Porto Cervo with daylight sailing legs, a couple of quiet anchorages, and a curated list of onshore restaurants arranged by the crew. If you prefer the East Med, discuss delivery options early. Big yachts plan movements well in advance. Why Maltese Falcon tops the list? She's the most instantly recognisable sailing yacht on the planet, and yet she remains available for charter. The scale, the technology and the experience under sail are unlike anything else you can rent. Before we wrap up, a few quick tips to help you book any of these yachts with confidence. 1. Be clear about your priorities. Spirited sailing versus relaxed cruising, quiet coves versus busy harbours, or a dive-heavy plan. The captain and crew will tailor each day if they understand what matters most to your group. 2. Think about the time of year and wind patterns. For example, the Meltemi and the Cyclades can be strong in July and August. If you want gentler breezes, consider June or September. In the Caribbean, aim for consistent trade winds and avoid late-season storm windows when possible. 3. Keep an eye on the fine print. Base rates exclude expenses and local taxes. Ask for an all-in estimate that includes APA and any VAT, so there are no surprises. 4. Review the toy list, but remember it tells only part of the story. The crew's approach to hosting, proactivity, safety and local knowledge often has a bigger impact on your week than any single gadget on board. Finally, if you're weighing a monohull versus a catamaran, monohulls like Barracuda Valetta and Maltese Falcon offer the classic sailing experience and elegant motion through the water. Cats like Jenny and Hemisphere deliver extraordinary space and stability, great for families and mixed age groups. There isn't a right answer, there's the right answer for you. Thanks for watching. If you're ready to plan your charter, visit Elite Rentals using the link in the description. And don't forget to subscribe for more yacht insights.